welcome to the Sportsman Show for episode 62, I think.
Yes,
And
it's 62.
62. It's 62. We're having a ball here, just discussing everything from our past and everything. We're getting to know each other very well.
Past and present.
Past, present,
What you should do and what you shouldn't do. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, should do, shouldn't do, and stuff like that. We're just having a great old time. I am your host, Joe Musel, as always, here for you. You know, it's November now.
Yep.
And
everybody had a good Halloween. Actually, I had 98 kids at my father's house. Well, I had my father watching 5 football games and 2 hockey games at the same time. So
he's putting his people through a little bit of sports education.
Yeah, I did that a couple with the kids a little bit too, shooting the candy down the pipe. So
okay, passing out treats and sports knowledge. That's coachy for you.
Yep. And with the other holidays coming up, oh, good God, Thanksgiving, I can see. Well, first it starts on the football field before I can eat turkey. So,
football field, then you can eat turkey. We'll all enjoy
football, and I got to see if there's any sports on. I don't think there's any NBA. There might be college basketball, but sometimes there is hockey sometimes on Thanksgiving, but I don't know.
Yeah, basketball usually saves itself for Christmas. It's becoming
NBA
a lot better.
Yeah,
NBA and stuff. What are you doing?
Like
Throwing
games
up in the trash can? What are you doing?
I dropped something.
You dropped something? You looks like you were throwing up in a trash can.
No.
There he goes. He's exiting.
No, the frost dropped. So
the frost dropped. Okay. All right. Let's get okay, that's our 2-minute opening.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really script anything on this show or anything like that.
No, it's not planned. It's not preempted.
No, it's not. We're not just winging this at all. But
no, but you never know. We could get we could get something from again about now. Brian wants us to go do the studio now. Apparently, so now he's ready for us.
Yeah, he's ready for us. I shot him the email back to him. I said at least maybe once a month or once every other month or something like that.
Yeah, I think once a month is about the most fairest thing to do right now until, once if everybody gets back into the studio, then we'll rediscuss it and see what we do from there.
Yeah, I know. Once Nutmeg Television is fully operational, letting volunteers do directing and stuff and everything, and I still have to, if we go to the studio, I still have to figure out how to edit and stuff. If I have to edit it or not and get that stuff, that's a lot.
Well, don't worry. Brian and the crew will handle that idea probably. We may have to probably go down there for a meeting more than likely.
More than likely, we're going to have to get a Zoom meeting going between me, you, and Brian.
We're going to have to. So, but don't worry. It'll be all good. We're not in trouble, so no worries.
No, we're not in trouble. We're just, there's more opponents to this show than me and Coachy just on Zoom, There's a lot that goes on here, folks. I mean, we're doing the best that we can. For right now,
we're staying where we are for now, but we probably think maybe in the winter or in the spring we will do an episode from the studio, we think. I think we're going to probably wind up doing it. I want to say either March or April is going to happen.
Yeah, something like that. And that's a good goal to set and stuff like that. So let's dive into another, I wouldn't call him a fully troublemaker or anything like that. He got caught not being COVID. We're going to say zonked.
Yes, it's still the word zonked. And yes, it's still
got zonked.
Once a week in the NFL, actually the NHL's gotten hit harder than the NFL right now. So
yeah,
but the NFL got 2 more today, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
But we'll discuss that afterwards. But let's talk some about happiness before we have to discuss something major, unfortunately. But we'll save that. We can talk about happy baseball right now.
Happy baseball. The World Series. Atlanta Braves win their second world championship in their
Franchise history.
franchise history. And, since 95, 95 was their last championship.
Yep.
And, I mean, you take that team from the All-Star break, they had like a 0.3% chance of actually even making the playoffs. But a well-organized franchise said, let's go get some of these players in free agency and let's see if we can make a run for this. And they built a good team from the All-Star break to the end. I mean, they really did put together a really great team. And no slouch to Houston. I know everybody calling them a cheater and probably saying that they got what they deserved and stuff, but
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No. And
I
the
mean,
reason why I think it's because the Astros got rid of quite a few players in the last couple of years.
yep,
And more than likely they're going to lose another player because this one is, and I don't like what he's doing. He's demanding more money. And he says, I can do better as a free agent. I think that's Carrasco pretty much.
yep, Carrasco, yeah.
Said that. Dusty Baker's going to have a younger team. I'm glad he's going to get another chance to be a manager almost at age 73 years old. I think if he won the World Series, I think he probably would have called it a retirement, I think.
I think so too. That would have been a nice storybook ending. And the Braves really did outplay Houston. They limited Houston's momentum in most of the games.
You wish, though, that they'd won it at home, which I would understand. I was so hoping Atlanta could do it on their home turf, but once Houston played that Game 5 and they played with urgency, I said, uh-oh, it's going to swing a little bit. And then all of a sudden, nope, Atlanta just put them lights out from the first pitch on, and that did it.
Yeah, that did it and stuff. But, hey, wherever you win it, you win the championship. You fly home with the trophy.
And I did watch the parade on TV, as a matter of fact. I watched the whole Atlanta Braves parade in my room on that Friday, prepping for a high school football game. I watched how the parade went. It was pretty nice. The stadium was filled to a full capacity, and everybody was happy. And now they're hoping they'll re-sign Freddie Freeman, and but there's one problem. You worry about these winter meetings coming up in Orlando.
You are.
Put that aside. Because according to our date, it's November 9th. You got 22 days to get a deal done, basically. Or it's going to expire, and we're not going to hear the end of this, and we don't know how many fans we're going to lose this time around.
Yeah, baseball's heading into a very dark time right now. And
well, they got their awards, which is okay, but after the awards, they need to get to the bargaining table and fast.
Yeah, they do. And throughout history, baseball doesn't do anything fast. I mean, look how long it took them last year just to make a COVID schedule. It took them like 3-4 months.
You almost didn't have a baseball season at all.
Yeah, I know, just to figure that out. And if you apply that to what's coming up, and it's even more difficult to figure out, you're in for a battle.
Yep.
You're in for a real battle. And yes, players are going to ask for the same thing again and try to get the same equal rights and stuff like that for them. And players are entitled to this because they are the ones that play the game and stuff. And yes, baseball should probably implement a salary cap or something
they
like
need
that.
It badly.
Yeah, but it's been so used to the same thing. I mean, can you train a new dog, new tricks? Can you get the momentum for them to change? it's going to be hard to change that. You know, or always having the same thing. It's going to be hard to change. Very hard. I mean, if you get used to something all the time, you get used to it. And
Yep. But how many years are they going to sign this contract for? They need to go long term, not like a 3-4 year deal.
that's true. They probably do need to go maybe if they really want to clear up the headache, go 5 or 7 or something like that, and just have a period of just baseball, no interruptions, no fighting or anything. Just get back to, hey, we have a season. Here it is. Here's a nice flow.
Here's a contract proposal. Take it what you've got. Don't try and say, okay, we need to add more incentives to the list.
Yeah. And, not everybody's going to agree on the same idea either. You're going to have to take the good and the bad. And there's no 50-50 winning here. One side's going to have to give. I don't think it's going to be 50-50 draw, split, and everybody's happy.
Yeah, how much is that luxury tax is what it's going to come down to as well. Concessions and,
yeah,
and will they fight for a salary cap? I don't know. That's why I'm very surprised right now. We are where we are, and we've not heard anything about when our negotiations going to start.
That's true. That makes
and they've already got the 2022 schedule already out, I would assume.
I believe so. Since the Yard Goats have put their schedule up, I believe Major League Baseball has their schedule up for next year already. So, I mean, do they start canceling the schedule? I know they have to get the schedule done early and stuff. They do a great job actually scheduling 162 games for each team, 30 times.
It already says the Red Sox are going to open up with the Tampa Bay Rays on March 31st.
Yeah. And, you have to get that schedule set in stone before a major change or something that could happen. I mean, yeah, we could miss that opening day. There could be a delay for the opening for the next 2 months and stuff, and cut the season down.
Yep.
Or the season could be lost.
And a lot of sites, from what I'm reading, they're saying they anticipate a work stoppage.
Yep, they do.
They are already planning it's going to happen. But is it going to be a strike, or is it going to be a lockout? Remember, a lockout and a strike are two different things here.
Yes, we should explain those things.
Yes, I will explain it. A lockout is when the owners lock out the players, meaning they can't do anything. The players are not allowed to talk with the coaching staff. They are barred from that. It's like you can't talk to them. It's like Facebook. You can't talk to them. You basically have to work out on your own. You can go work out at any other place. You cannot work at the Major League ballpark. You have to do it almost at a high school park or at a middle school park. There's a whole difference. And remember, this has happened in hockey before too. You couldn't talk to the coaching staff. You had to go. You could practice with all your teammates you want. You just cannot have a coaching staff there at this time.
Yep.
Now, a strike, the players are the ones who impose that. And what that means is it's more confusing than having the lockout. I think the players basically are just going to say, look, you know what? We're going to go on strike, and we're not going to hear anything until you hear a proposal. Now, remember, the last time baseball had a work stoppage was September of 1994, and and you feel so bad for the Montreal Expos, who were going to win the World Series and everything, and unfortunately, this work stoppage killed it for everybody.
Yep.
And they didn't get a new deal done really until March of 2005. So I believe the strike went on for about 6 months.
Yep.
I think they stopped the season on September 1st, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, but please get a deal done. We don't want to have to hear the heartache and everything else. I mean, yeah, you got 3 other sports football isn't going to strike for a while. Hockey's not going to strike for 3 more years since they did that new 4-year deal. So you don't have to worry about that until 2026. And I think the NBA has how many years left, Joe?
I think they have 3 or 4. I think, yeah. Basketball just up theirs. They just did it, so it's 3 or 4. Could be 5.
Yeah, because I thought they reached an agreement not too long. It's been since 2016.
Yep.
So I don't know when it expires. Unfortunately, I have to wait. Let me see this. In 2016, yeah, it's through 2023, 2024. They can do a mutual opt out in 2022, 2023. So you got a couple years. So you don't have to worry about that.
No.
Even though the NBA had a little bit of a fight when we were in the COVID break about what to do, because they were thinking about not coming back for the rest of the year.
Yeah, they were thinking about it, but
they got it through. So, all right, I have to say this, as much as my sport was doing well, then we hit a black eye last week.
It's hockey time.
Yeah, and this is you normally want to talk about, like, for example, Brock Nelson and Patrice Bergeron scoring 4 goals in 1 game for your teams. But unfortunately, last week, I can't remember the name now, but he was a John Doe for a little bit.
Okay.
And they were hiding his name. And then so what the Chicago Blackhawks did was Brad Aldrich, about 11 years ago, did a bad assault thing on Kyle Beach, who has never played in the NHL before. I don't know what they did during the when they were in the Stanley Cup Finals back in 2010. The problem was nobody reported it, and the worst of it was because of all that, the team was fined $2 million. Ouch. Yeah, it's the most I think a team's ever been fined. The head coach of the Florida Panthers, who was there, Joel Quenneville, who coached Chicago for 3 Stanley Cups, he went to the commissioner's office. He resigned, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that was bad timing. The GM, Stan Bowman, took a step down. He's done. He also had to resign from Team USA Hockey as well for the upcoming Olympics. The vice president stepped down. And then, of course, after that, they took Brad Aldrich's name off the Stanley Cup. They had to exit out. They didn't want his name on that cup anymore from 2010. So then I think this has been a distraction for the Chicago Blackhawks. I mean, they just fired their coach on Saturday because they were off to a 1-8-2 start. I'm glad they won Sunday in their first game behind Derek King, but God knows they're going to have to get a boatload of wins just to get back into this. Because I was hoping this team was going to do well, but I think part of the losing streak was the distraction of what's been going on, unfortunately, and it's not the way you want it to go. So, the Wright family, I don't know.
Oh, here is the phone call.
Yeah, no,
okay.
it's that one said the Wright family.
Okay,
well,
pick up the phone. We want the Wright family on our show.
Yeah, no, but it was spelled W-R-I-G-H-T, not just R-I-G-H-T. So anyway, so to continue this, and I'll make it short. Donald Fear, as you know, Joe, who used to be in Major League Baseball.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, he's in hockey, the player rep. He has to go meet with all 32 head reps of their teams to discuss what happened, how to prevent not from happening again, and what could happen, because he possibly might be stepping down from what has happened. Yeah, exactly. He's been going to every team talking about what's going on, and he never had to deal with this before. It's already enough. He already was responsible for the 1994 Major League Baseball strike back
Yep.
then.
Yeah.
And now, well, thank God he actually saved hockey, even though I thought he was going to have hockey going to lockout and have the season gone. But right now, he knows what's going on. He's in some trouble right now.
Yep.
And I don't know what's going to happen next in this. I mean, yeah, it has not been talked about it too much, but unfortunately, right now, the NHL has had a black eye out of all this, and I don't know what else I can say about it. There's been a lot of media, a lot of people who have been, almost gone into tears. They're saying, why wasn't this reported sooner? And it's not very good, unfortunately. Yeah. It's not what you wanted. I mean, I don't know if they have to talk to Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, Duncan Keith about what happened with the incident or anything like that. So, they does have a statement on NHL, and the TSN, the sports network out of Canada, has been paying attention really, really close about this. So I did post the article about what happened on from my Facebook, and there was a press conference for 28 minutes, which I had to watch, and my aunt actually watched it as well to find out what the heck's been going on. So
you put your aunt through a 28-minute conference.
Some of it, yeah. I want, because the commissioner of the NHL. Well, Joe, this is something I don't even like to watch a press conference like that. To me, I want to watch a press conference where it's all happy, good timing. Listen to what they have to answer instead. We had to go through this below.
Okay, you always have. Never. Yes, good times and good times and stuff like that, and all. Bad times, you got to listen to the bad times. It's part of the game. It's part of everything. And it's good that you listened and you got something from it and stuff like that. But
yeah, at least it's not like a coach or a player, saying the wrong words about how the officiating was and you get fined $5,000. But,
yeah. But putting your aunt through that, if you get smothered with a pillow one night, you know the reason why.
There is a good reason, but she asked me a couple questions about the press conference. So she was actually interested in this because she knows that I don't ever listen to something like this, but this was a whole different ball game. So, I mean, like I said, my aunts don't really follow hockey too much. They're college basketball people. But this one, they were very interested to find out what was going on with this case because they knew I was not a happy camper when I heard about this.
Yeah. But it's good that you listened because you got to take the good with the bad. You got to. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't want to hear it, you got to take the good with
it's a must that you do because helping out in a school system, you may want to listen to this in case if something ever happens on myself or somebody else. That's why it's good to watch it. And actually, the Boston Bruins, the head coach, Bruce Cassidy, actually had the players watch the press conference, believe it or not, at the practice. So
it's a good thing to educate.
Got a chance to do that.
Yep.
Okay. But that's my take on it. But like I said, I'm hoping that hockey will get back to good times starting next week. But we are about 12 games into the season now. Still have a long way to go. Most impressive team right now. There are a couple out there. The most disappointing team is the Chicago Blackhawks by far. The most impressive team has been the Florida Panthers under an interim coach, Andrew Brunette. So I'm happy for him. But we got a long way to go. But I'm happy the goals are up, the fighting's down, and we got a goaltender who's already got 3 shutouts already this year. So Jacob Markstrom, I salute you. Go Calgary, go.
Go Calgary. Okay.
All right, you have something that happened in the NBA too, but in a different situation.
Yeah, the Phoenix Suns head coach or what?
He's an owner.
Owner. What happened to him?
I guess I'll have to explain it because I guess I know more of the knowledge about this because my father actually showed me this.
Yeah.
17 years, apparently. This goes from 17 years.
Oh, yeah, the 17 years.
Yeah, here we go. It's racial stuff. I'm not going to get into it, but it was all racial related. They had to beep the blurs that he said and everything, and now he's being investigated. It's an open investigation, so he could be gone.
Yeah, he could be gone. And really, my take on this, and this is where I can come in.
Go ahead. It's all yours.
Um, I mean, it's 17 years ago. Times have changed drastically from 17 years ago and stuff like that. And taking something from a person's content from back then to their opinion now, maybe their opinion changed totally on the situation and stuff like that. And he really didn't mean it or anything like that. Now he really doesn't mean it. But I mean, digging up somebody's past from 17, yes, okay, yes, you can get charged with a criminal investigation and stuff like that. It's for a murder like 20 years ago that you committed, and you can go to jail for it. But this is not murder or anything like that. I mean, 17 years ago, he probably just said the thing and didn't didn't fully understand what he was saying and stuff like that. I mean, you can dig up probably in anybody's past something bad. I mean, anybody. I mean, nobody's a goody two shoe saint any throughout their life. Nobody is. I mean, everybody does a little bit bad things. Everybody does something wrong, says something wrong, and they should they be crucified for it for being that so long ago. I mean, look at John Gruden with his emails. I mean, he continued on doing this. This is some if the guy continues on doing the same thing every time and stuff, then yeah, he should be crucified for it because he's continuing to do it. If the guy only did it once and didn't do it so many times, I mean, that's different. Maybe it was just a one-time thing, and I mean, one time in your life doing something wrong, unless you commit a really bad crime or something like that, or something like this, but one time in your life is a mistake. If you keep on doing it, it's not a mistake.
No.
It's part of your
And
life.
and the worst of it is too, you hear this. I mean, now of course you know who's behaving out of all the leagues right now. I have to say it. The NFL is actually behaving more than the NHL, unfortunately.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the NFL hasn't had stories of assault or anything like that. Major League Baseball still had one what was going on with the Los Angeles Dodgers. You know, we haven't forgotten about that.
No.
The NBA's been okay, but overall now we're going to start doing this with the NBA and the NHL. You cannot wait from 10 years or 11 years. If something happens like this, you need to report it immediately.
Yeah, you do. I mean, that's my point and stuff. So, is he gonna, judge things on different situations and stuff? If more information comes out about this guy that he's done it multiple times, then he should be in real trouble. If he did it once, mistake, say you're
Maybe,
sorry.
but not necessarily. But if you hide it and you wait from it years ago,
Well,
woof, whole totally different ball game.
well, look what Rogers tried to hide his vaccination.
Yeah, that's
thing.
coming. Don't worry. We're talking about that in a minute. So
We're talking about that, and we'll get to that. But maybe he didn't even try to hide it. Maybe he just said it to somebody, and back then he said it. So if he comes out and says, "I'm sorry," I'm a changed person. Was my past, and be open to people, and doesn't try to say, "Oh, I didn't really do this. This was a cover up. You guys, media, you're lying to me." Stuff like that. And tries to manipulate people. Then yeah, the media is going to dig up more and stuff, and he's going to be in a lot more trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice to him is come clean.
Yep.
Come clean.
Because now this is where now I need to talk about Aaron Rodgers, who burned me in fantasy football this past week.
Burned.
Yeah, I was
burned. That's why you don't play fantasy
well,
football, because you do not own the players. Do not own players.
And then no, this is the worst hit I've ever taken, actually. Oh no! When I found out on Wednesday, when I was home for lunch on my lunch break from work, I absolutely had to get out of my chair and says, "Oh, this is the last thing I need." So then of course I had no idea. I was thinking, okay, he should be vaccinated. He needs to take 2 negative tests. Oh, but when we found out he was unvaccinated, oh boy, did the boiling ever warm up for everybody, because because apparently he said he must have been drugged or something, saying he was vaccinated. Well, yeah.
Well, he said he went about this a little bit secretly. He said he was immune, and the media just took that as saying, "Hey, he's got his shot, and he's fine." We didn't really catch that word when he said it. He said it kind of quickly, and he kind of deceived the media about that. That's another thing of in the NFL, it's your choice if you want to get vaccinated or not, and it's your choice. But if you're not vaccinated, you have to follow protocols.
You
follow the protocols.
Lie and fib about it, and he's already lost a local sponsor in Green Bay already.
Yeah, he's lost a lot. He's going to go through some heartaches and stuff for not being honest.
I mean, he's eligible to come off the COVID list on Saturday. Yeah, how much time is that going to give him to prep and practice?
Well, okay.
That's going to be close.
I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers getting prepped and practicing. He's a veteran. He knows how to play football. He's not the rookie Jordan Love that they threw in the game that actually does need practice and actually does need games. We'll talk about that.
Jordan Love played way too erotic because he was nervous as ever when he was out there.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers. He's got 13 years experience in the NFL.
And probably now for sure he's going to leave Green Bay after what just happened. That pretty much sealed it.
Well, I don't know. Green Bay kind of tried to protect him from this, and that shows a little loyalty for Green Bay and stuff like that towards their quarterback. And maybe he gives them a pass because they tried to protect him. They didn't come out
the only thing Green Bay's getting is that he will not be suspended, but I think the team's going to get fined, and I think they may lose a draft pick.
Yeah, they may do that. And they did lose the game to Kansas City. That may throw them out. Yeah, it was yucky from many points of view. Aaron Rodgers did cost them that game. They may cost them a bye in the playoffs, because you only get one bye this year in the playoffs. Number 1 seed gets a bye. There's no more 2 byes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to cost them a bye or home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And that's the biggest thing. He let down his teammates. That's the biggest thing here. He let them down. I mean, and most angry people in that locker room should be his teammates and his coach and stuff like that. And that's the people who he let down. Because you saw what happened in the game. They got no backup. They can't win a championship without Aaron Rodgers, and they need him. That's who he let down the most, is his teammates, coaches, and stuff like that. I mean, he didn't. I mean, that's the angry people. Media, yeah, they found out they got lied to. Big whoop.
Yeah, well, so and then they probably went to the news stations, and then they went on their Twitter accounts and said, "Oh, yep, here we go, we're in trouble. Here it goes. It's going to sound really bad." And then the Sunday pregame show, they're just going to dog them.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, it is what he is.
Well, I hope he learned his lesson, and I hope he's been practicing somewhere away from the team or from the facility. So.
If he comes back on Saturday and has to play on Sunday, I don't worry about him being practically ready.
I mean, the good
he
thing
knows
is,
Green Bay's offense. Guarantee he knows the playbook. He knows the playbook.
Well, they're playing Seattle on Sunday at 4:25, so he does have a little more time. But I have to watch to see what's going to happen, if he's going to play or not. And
you're still upset because he blew you in fantasy football.
Love only got me 14 points, so
you do not own the players.
Yeah, but on my fantasy team, yes, it's just like playing fantasy hockey. Well, I can't worry about that. I'm 3-1 in both my leagues, so I'm already running away in first place. So
yay!
Yeah, too bad it's not for real money, darn it.
Oh, gee, that's on you. That is on you,
buddy. I know, but at least I'm not doing it on DraftKings or FanDuel, at least. So,
well, that's if you want to make some money and lose some money.
Yeah, well, no, if you win money, you know DraftKings is going to beg you to play more. You already know that.
Yeah, but no risk, no reward. Okay, Coach.
Yeah, I know. Only for pride. You get a trophy in your league, and that's all you get.
That's all you get. So that's enough about Aaron Rodgers. I mean, let's talk a little bit about Seattle. Seattle and Russell Wilson.
Welcome back.
I think they're rushing him back. They just pulled a rod out of his finger or something like that.
Yeah, there was a pin.
Yeah, but is he really 100% and ready to come back? Probably not. I mean, he's a little bit should be upset that he's not 100%. Can you be 100% with that injury? Probably not. But they need him out there to win games. Seattle needs him out there. They have no backup. They have no second.
Geno Smith is a great back.
Yeah, great. He's wonderful. No, yeah, guys.
They still don't have a running game either. They don't have a healthy running back really either.
And I don't know why they're really rushing him back that way. Yes,
if they were having a losing record, Wilson would not have been back this year. But because they're still contending, they're going to bring him back. And apparently, I don't know if he's going to play this week though. I don't know.
Yeah, he's been cleared to play this week.
Oh, good.
In that game.
Oh, good. So he'll be in Green Bay playing in the cold weather.
Yep, cold weather on that finger. He could get really seriously injured and re-injured. He
already had a quarterback who got pulled out because he had a broken left middle finger.
Yeah, I know, but we're still talking about Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
But so hopefully they don't rush him back and injure him permanently.
I
mean, they're jeopardizing their future on this game and his future and their future. They're jeopardizing this. And I wish him luck, but if something happens, that's on them. That's totally on them.
Yep. But
What
now
else we got?
let's talk about our happy team, New England. Where they come from?
Happy New England, New England. You're not
Yeah,
sharing my
well, I'm
enthusiasm.
impressed how they went to Carolina. I was impressed how that game went. Defensively, the last couple of weeks have turned it up.
Yep. I'll talk about that. Mills is not getting burned anymore. He was getting toasted in the previous weeks. He was getting really toasted, but he's not getting toasted anymore. And I think the Pats have finally. It took them a little while. They figured out who they were. They're figuring out who they are. They're a power run team and passing even medium to short passes. And I think that's what Mac Jones can control right now and handle. I mean, and the defense is coming along. They're getting a good pass rush on the past couple of weeks and stuff like that. The corners are actually locking down wide receivers. I mean, I think it was Jackson who got the interception and
For a touchdown.
For a touchdown. That's awesome. I mean, I think New England has figured themselves out.
And they are now back in the division hunt right now, one game back.
One game back.
Buffalo did the impossible, and this helped us, losing in Jacksonville.
Yeah, Buffalo in the last couple weeks hasn't really seemed. They're the number one scoring offense in football, and they haven't looked that way in the past couple weeks.
That way recently. The Patriots do, by the way, still have to play Jacksonville this year, so we're not done with them yet. So I hope we don't take them lightly. That's the only thing that worries me.
Yeah, I know. We shouldn't take any team lightly. In the Patriots way, we never do. We take, remember, Patriots way, it's taking one game at a time and beating that opponent.
And the next opponent, believe it or not, is the high-flying Cleveland Browns, who unfortunately today took a little bit of a hit.
Why? What happened to Cleveland Browns?
Nick Chubb is on the zonked list.
Zonked list.
He got tested. He got zonked. So you may not see him Sunday. So that means Dearness Johnson's going to be starting again because Kareem Hunt's already out.
Yeah, I think so too.
Was zonked too. So they're going to have to possibly sign somebody off the practice squad or off the street.
Probably me or you.
No, neither.
I'll play rock, paper, scissors. Who gets that job?
Yeah, well, I win. So
you win. Okay, automatically you win. But I was impressed with Cleveland's win over Cincinnati this weekend. Yes. Baker Mayfield actually threw the ball downfield and actually threw some nice deep balls. I saw a little bit more talent than he's been actually projected to of having. So
that helps when Beckham's gone now. So
that's a little bit. Over. No, the distraction is over. Will that distraction end up in New England? Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
No.
It's a maybe.
I'm hearing Seattle. I do not want to see Beckham in New England because, yes, we've had to go through with Josh Gordon. Yes, we've gone through with Antonio Brown.
Randy Moss.
This one's going to be a headache. No, Randy Moss was good. He actually behaved.
He behaved, but he was a head case heading in.
Yeah, but Bill Belichick turned him around, though.
So that's the Bills' way. Bill can turn you around.
And he did. And then, of course, he went to another team after. Forget about it. It was history. He retired.
Yeah, but Bill likes troubled souls, and he thinks he can fix them. Odell Beckham may go to the Patriots. I mean, look at Cam Newton. He went to the Patriots.
Yeah, look
Did he
what
stay
happened.
long?
And Cam Newton's still looking for a job now.
Yeah, so the Patriots will give you a shot. If it doesn't work, you're released in a couple of weeks. but they will give you a shot.
But you remember, the good news is if Cam Newton was still on the Patriots, I don't think we would actually be 5-4 right now.
Maybe, maybe not.
We would probably be 4-5.
Maybe, never know. Well, other games, the Giants pulling off a nice win. Who'd they beat?
The Raiders
Raiders.
had some tough times.
Well, they were the hottest team in a few weeks ago. Everybody was high on the Raiders and stuff.
Yeah, and
Carr
then,
was actually playing well.
But then guess what happened? Now they don't have Ruggs anymore. Now he's going to be in jail now for what happened.
Yeah, he's going to be in jail. Yay.
Not the way you want to do it. Going 156 miles an hour in Las Vegas at 3 o'clock in the morning, their time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that unless you're running down the street that fast to get some diapers for your kid or some milk for your family.
Yeah, let's just step on the gas and be drunk.
Yeah, okay. The only acceptable ways is you're getting diapers for your kid or your wife is really screaming at you. Not drunk and not doing whatever. So yeah, he got in trouble. What else?
We can discuss. Yeah, I still have to discuss it. How does Buffalo lose to Jacksonville 9-6? I still can't figure that out.
I don't know either because Stephon Diggs actually didn't have a good game. Josh Allen
he had 85 yards though receiving, so you can't fault him for that.
Well, that's an okay game for him. Usually a normal game, he
hasn't gone over 100 yards yet this year. He's gotten touchdowns, but he hasn't gone over 100 yards. Josh Allen's been throwing the ball more than Emmanuel Sanders now.
Yeah, and they're getting away from Diggs, which I think he actually does need the ball a little bit more. Okay, Josh Allen, you gave him Stephon Diggs last year as a weapon.
Yep.
And he utilized that weapon to its maximum. Now you gave him two options. And remember, you only have one football. You can only throw it to one person. You don't have two footballs and you can throw it to the other person. You can't do that. Mm-hmm. And is that hurting Buffalo that Josh Allen only has two options? Two options is great, but you have to make the right decision on that option. You do. I mean, the more weapons you have, but if you can only fire it once, you got to make that choice. And it's not always the great choice. And it's not always the quickest choice either. When you're a quarterback and you step back and you say, oh, I have to think about two options instead of one option. That makes it harder. That makes it extra couple seconds the defense can get to you. So that could be hurting Buffalo a little.
Another upset.
Yep.
Where did Dallas lay an egg this past week?
Dallas laid an egg. A lot of teams go to Mile High Stadium and are affected by it. Yeah. Or Denver brings the air to them in Dallas. And Dallas, hey, everybody can't win every game.
No,
and they won't.
And the Rams, I don't know what happened, but Tennessee came ready to play after Derrick Henry got hurt.
Yep. And they had a nice game plan and stuff. Tennessee shows, hey, Derrick Henry, no Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry who? Hi, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, I know. And that's a pretty good story, having Adrian Peterson back. And that shows that they're a pretty good team, even without their best player. So they're a dangerous team to watch. And so if they can get by in the next few weeks, and if Derrick Henry comes back, that makes them an even stronger team. That makes him probably a Super Bowl contender.
Yep. Okay. I know we have like a couple minutes left, but
We got about 6.
6. I guess we need to talk about how ugly Kansas City and Green Bay game was, because that was brutal.
Yeah, both. Yes, Kansas City won, but it was ugly. Both teams' rhythm were out of sync. Green Bay's quarterback, he was flustered the whole game. He was running for his life.
Yeah, well, Mahomes after the first series, good God, did the defense ever kill him?
Yeah, he was running for his life.
Yeah, I know, because after the game, yeah, great. I had to talk to my brother. Wonderful. Now we have to, because he has a bye coming up in 2 weeks. Got to go get a quarterback off the bench.
Yep. Got to go get a quarterback.
Well, I have no choice. I mean, like I said, I don't panic about fantasy hockey. I have the more panic about football.
You do not own the players.
I know, but I do if I want to win money.
If you do, you want to win money. But hey, that's your point of gambling and stuff like that. If you want to win money, you better go to the stadiums and trip the players or something.
The only time I ever gamble, Joe, is in fantasy sports. You know I don't go to the casino or anything like that.
But it's still gambling. And it's your choice to do that.
Come join me.
No. I don't want to. Because
What
I
could
know
go wrong?
me screaming at a screen, arguing with a player that I have no control over at all.
It could be worse, Joe. Don't forget. In one league, yeah, of course you're going to shake your head. My brother pays the $50, and all I do is put the lineup in, and I don't pay a penny for it. So
another thing Coachy doesn't pay for. Another thing.
Yes.
When do you actually spend money? When? Never.
When the jersey's available, which I need another one.
He needs another jersey.
Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. I need a Christmas animal first. Then I'll get the jersey. I don't have enough animals on here.
He needs another Christmas.
Don't worry. You know you're going to see the tree in the background coming soon. So
Coming soon. But, okay, you shouldn't even worry about earning money because you didn't even put up the money. But
no,
that's
I get to split the cost. So
you should have split the cost. You should get $10.
Oh no, I got $75 last year with my brothers. We won $150, so I got $75 out of it.
Yeah. He put up 50 and he only gets 25. Yeah. That's
okay.
fair.
He understands the rules. Same thing with the ESPN league. He pays. I don't. I just put the lineups in. Another thing I don't pay for.
Another thing he doesn't pay for. Another thing.
I know. It's like same thing. We don't have to do the Shamrock Run. I let my cousin do that. I let my brother do the other 2 things. You know, I get 20% off on a hockey jersey for fan points. I love it.
You loving life.
I know. Believe me, I would like to make the room and board go down in price if I could, but it's not going to happen here, unfortunately.
No, room and board should go up.
No. See, it's got to stay down. The price is reasonable right now.
Okay.
All right.
We got about 2 minutes here.
2 minutes
folks.
Left. Really quick. Congrats. NASCAR season came to an end on Sunday. So.
Yep.
Very successful season. A lot of the fans came through. So, and I think it was Hamlin who won the
Hamlin. Won. Yep.
You know,
good job there. Nice
job. College basketball has started tonight and today.
Yep. We'll talk a little bit more. UConn, college basketball. Once we see a couple games and stuff. I forgot who Mike Krzyzewski's last season at Duke. Get ready for that, folks. That's going to be a nice farewell tour for him.
We hope it'll be a nice season for him, and he doesn't have to,
Yeah,
I just hope he has a successful season.
It's not going to be a championship season, probably not.
You just hope you make the NCAA tournament. That's it.
Yeah, and stuff. It's going to be a good story ending. He's a real great coach and stuff like that.
He's a very good ambassador, and he knows what he's doing. So, I hope he has a successful season, and, just hope for college basketball. I've seen the fans are back, but you know the drill. You don't want to have to hear who goes on the Zonk list. I've already heard Vivian Stringer is not coaching this year for Rutgers because of COVID. I thought maybe she would come back, unless she isn't vaccinated.
I'm not sure on that. Well,
so I'll have to dig deeper into that. So
yeah. But all right, folks. This has been the Sportsman Show. I've been Joe Musil. Coachy, I don't pay for anything.
Yeah, I don't pay for anything, which is the right thing to do.
No, it's not. Folks.
It's the right thing to do, but I try. But I paid most for everything, but not all of everything.
All of everything. Okay.
Next thing you know, it's going to be the electrical bill next. I got to try and see if I can get a discount.
Yeah, shut off the lights.
No,
there's your discount.
Otherwise, I'm throwing cords in the outlet if I have to. I have a nice extension
coin machine. 25 cents for every 10 minutes of light.
25 extension cords, so we're ready.
Yeah. Okay, folks.